So first step always was investigating. Then it was like, oh, have I got the money to actually make it true for myself? And then also it was and is keeping it up. It doesn't make you happy if you just take the GABA and the 5-HTP ones. You need to take it quite a few times to really benefit from it. I lost the parcel, so now I'm carrying it like this. Oops, I lost it again. Well, it's an electric device in here, but nothing that will get totally broken. Now I'm squeezing my finger, in here. I'm bending it a bit, so I'm carrying it like this. So, and then keeping it up is a great deal of, making stuff true for yourself, because you need to take the supplements half a year to feel something. You need some things to take them 2 weeks and you're already better. It's this kind of thing. And also some things mix better with some things and not so good with other things. So you kind of have to make sure that during a day and during a half a year, let's say, you're doing the correct procedure. Whenever I say procedure, I have to think about the sentence, same procedure as every year. Yes, same procedure as every year. Sylvester, Dinner for One, the movie. Things like that give a huge comfort, a feeling of comfort. And the cows are sitting there. And I know why. It is because it's like a rite, When you do some ritual, you already know the outcome. The things you're gonna do step by step are pretty much... Ooh, the camera is fleeing. The things you need to do for a ritual, you already know beforehand. And because you know in before, that one gives you a lot of good emotions. So every Sylvester I tap into the television channels to see what they are about. I know it's just making us feel afraid, and therefore all the negative information and no help or solution offered to the problems kind of makes you sick. In my reviews I go into these things. So I've done a lot of reviews and I wasn't really reviewing the media at hand. Was it an advertisement flyer or a book? I rather explained the elite agenda behind it, because one of their weapons, besides religion, stealing all our time, or work, stealing our tax money, also are the media. And they're stealing our brains, because once you believe all these things that are explained to you by the media, book, anything, you lost your thinking capacity. And once you lose your own thoughts, your own train of thoughts get replaced by what the media implants into you. That's what brainwashing is. It kind of washes your brain so that from then on your own thoughts that might be irregular or random, and you get to a good outcome over time, just get erased. And what's in there is just the elite agenda, the control thought, and the things you're allowed to think. So you're washed clean in the eyes of the media and the elite. So that's what they do. So yes, where was I gotta keep it on. Yeah, so if I tap into the television program, I'm not like, oh yeah, liking it. I'm staying critical. I go like, oh yeah, now if I fall asleep, I know, like if it's a Spanish channel, I will learn Spanish along the way. But if I'm just watching and getting into a alpha state, meaning a bit tired but still receptive, but not thinking critically, anything they put on enters my subconscious. So I have all my guards down, and whenever else a topic arises to do with what I heard on the television, the thoughts of the television program, what they have thought and talked about, that I have in my subconscious mind already, will replace my own thoughts. It's like my own thoughts don't know that they know that the media wants to portray Trump. That's an example now. You know, Trump bashing stems from that. And all the things that they made him say, you know, the wall and all of that. My conscious mind knows that I gotta think about these things myself, but it doesn't know all the unconscious information that I have gathered about Trump already. And I tell you, you can open any sort of news media, like where you get your email, and from the corner of your eye you see like some Trump bashing going on, like bad picture from Trump. Is Trump bashing already? Or have you ever seen good pictures? He always looks moron-esque, to put it nicely, you know. And that's on purpose, because all the media, they get their pictures from 2 or 3 sources. It's those picture agencies, and when you are from the official, you know, the big corporations and the so-called mainstream media, you take those pictures. You don't go searching the internet for any good picture of Trump. So that's how they do their bashing and this sort of planting of thoughts into your brain. And to not let television overrun my critical mind, what I got to do is stay critical. So not lean back, not immerse into the program. Or if I know the program and I want to do that, like if I see a Ricky Gervais show or Carl Pilkington's diary, if I re-watch, I already know the content. Or if I want to watch some Seinfeld, which is also negative all the time, like never ever anything works out fine on their episode, well, I can do so. But I know that I'm getting brainwashed, and I limit the time. It's just, you know, when everybody is with their families, Christmas and Sylvester. Otherwise, I'm not watching television, because I know I will get brainwashed. Now I'm still, you know, when I watch South Park too much without critical mind, I will go, oh yeah, the Buddha box. Well, our cellular phones are a Buddha box, because everyone already is immersed in that private zone and not getting, like if there's someone gets stabbed down beside you, you wouldn't even, you know, you would like continue gaming or liking or whatever you do on your cellular phone. So I'm a fan of South Park, but yeah, when there is a new episode out this autumn, I will see it the first day I can. I did so when they were electing Trump, and it was so interesting, you know, how they were portraying him as a too heavily sunburned guy, for example, you know, or the Amazon chef, stuff like that is so interesting to watch, and then go, why do they do that, you know? So when I watch television, I will just watch like Columbo, which I love, Peter Falk a lot, and then maybe not watch too many episodes, but go, isn't there a good movie by Cassavetes? And I could watch that one. Gloria or Husbands, really nice movie. Or, you know, Bullets Over Broadway, if I'm into any gangster stuff, or art. So I'm not going to watch any art museums anymore. If I need art, I go on the internet and I look at some Balenciaga pictures on Google Pictures. You know, there is a way always to get your entertainment that is a bit more sophisticated and a bit more like the elite would do it. Go into an elite household, they have no television. They are the producers of all these programs, and they know what they would immerse themselves into if they watch it. What they do is they are the actors in all of that. Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, Obama, Hillary Clinton are relatives. So it's not just the actors on screen that are actors. It's also all the royals and politicians and all of that. Most is acting. Like Meghan Markle now acting a royal, you know. Now it's like all in the open. But initially it was like that. Like who could play a royal from these elite families and these producing families for the media? So they would, do it. Have a lifelong role as a royal. That's how it's done. Ed Chiarini. Chirini. The last one wasn't a E, it was a I. So he's also called Dallas Goldbug, and his site is Well Aware, and then the number 1. Not all of the information is correct on there, so Lady Gaga wasn't the same actor as Amy Winehouse, but basically that's how our world is run. Whoever is walking over the red carpet is from the bloodlines. So that's their signaling to each other, you know. They don't need to talk, they have their symbols, but not the way that we think of, like, oh, you know, they're killing babies behind closed doors. That's why they have this blood red carpet. No, not really. And also not because, you know, whatever reason you might come up with. It's just they're from the bloodlines. There are several of them, not just the 13 ones that Fritz Springmeier talks about. There are hundreds of bloodlines. And still they are a dominant minority. And that's why they have to do it like this, to reign us. They can't reign us by just overrunning us. They need to have some sophisticated brain jail for us, so that we don't mind being ruled. You know, a fence would be offensive, but if it's in our brains and we say yes to it, oh yeah, put on the television, then it's our fault. We love it, entertainment, don't we? Entertain to contain something in a container. You enter this container and then that's it. You're sold out. Bye bye.